Okay, so these are the Birdie planters that we're putting in, getting ready to set up. I just ran the PVC. This is a temporary, so I can hook up my drip line off another station. So I ran this under both of them with these coming up. That's what the drips are going to come off of. This other crossing line here, this is this was a sprinkler head, so I'm just running this out while I have them up, so I can put my sprinklers up in front of the planters here. So, and then over there at the end, I extended it a little further out because this is where I'm gonna set up another station. So this will go across the lawn to another valve and station against that wall over there. All right, there they are, all set up. So I ran this out so I can temporarily hook it up to my drip system that's stationed for all that area. Got this all patched back in. Ran a line out here so I can move my sprinklers up front here. Relocate the sprinklers that were supposed to go back here, and I'm gonna put them back up front. So if I need to run another sprinkler line or add a couple sprinklers up front, I can, and I'll have to work between these two garden beds here. So I'll just mark that so I remember where the end of that line is. It's capped, and got my risers hooked up in each box. That's what my drip's going to be ran off of, and I stubbed out an end over here just so I remember where it's at, so when I have time I can run a permanent station for these two garden beds, and if I get a few more we'll come off the same thing and set up a timer up against the wall over there, add another valve, and that's it. So now it's time for the hard work, start filling them. Not gonna put down gopher screen because it's gonna rust out in a couple of years anyways, and I really haven't had any issues with gophers since I've been here. I've been here 2 years. I'm not gonna dig out the grass or kill the grass or anything like that because it's not gonna come up. It's gonna have 1.5 feet of dirt on top, so that won't be an issue either. So we'll start filling these guys up with the soil we made, and I'll let you guys know how long that takes me. Alright, so here's all the dirt that they have that I'm making my mix out of. So they have some topsoil, which is really loose sand, red DG with stabilizer in it, so it gets hard. I don't want that. Tan DG with stabilizer, don't want that. This is what I'm getting, the gray DG with no stabilizer. Decomposed garlic. They have some play sand, it's pretty expensive, $70, really sandy. Some Vulcan sand, a little more coarse. That's pretty good stuff, but it's expensive, $90. And they have this Edison sand, only $43, and this is really nice. It's pretty sandy, you can tell it has some silt, probably a little bit of clay. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Edison sand and the gray DG. I'm going to do 50-50. Alright, so it's all filled up. So this is the mix I made. There it is. It's pretty light, pretty heavy, but light in organic material. There's no organic material at all, but I'm guessing it's going to sink a little bit, so hopefully I'll have enough room to mulch it and put some compost on top. I probably won't do this other one as much, but I got the peat moss in bulk. I got a cubic yard of peat moss. Got the pumice in bulk. Well, not the pumice, but perlite. Got the pumice in bulk too, it's in the front. So here's what I did. I filled up the top 1.5 feet or so with just topsoil from out front on another project we're doing. So that's that. And then this is the first layer of mix that I put on, which is 5 buckets of the sand, 4 buckets of the peat moss, 2 buckets of pumice, and 1 bucket of perlite. And I mix it all in. So I'm going to keep filling this guy up. I'm probably not going to go as high as I did on that one, but I don't know how much it's going to settle. So there it is. So let me show you what we're doing out front. Alright, so got kind of 3 projects going. Another one, I just pulled up the dirt down about 6 inches in here and filled it back in with these clay chips, cedar chips. But all the dirt I took out from here, I put in the planters back there. And then here's the soil or the sand I'm using. So it's 50% decomposed granite, 50% this Edison sand, which is from a local river bottom here in Kern County. This is the sand. This is the Edison sand. Really nice stuff. And then this is the decomposed granite. So I'm doing about half and half. And then here's the pumice. Luckily, I was able to find pumice and perlite and peat moss all in bulk here locally. Alright, so here's the initial idea. Kind of had a rough idea, and I'm just playing around with these rocks, trying to come up with something, but here's the first layout.
Check me.
Hey, sweetheart. Maddie, what do you think about the rocks like that? Does it look good?
Yeah. It was good, guys.
Saved me a ton of money. But here's where a lot of that other topsoil came from. So I'm making a little raised cactus planter in here. So I'm not sure if these stones are going to hold up once I start filling it in, but they're buried pretty deep. So it's going to look pretty cool. So that's going to be a little cactus area. And there it is. So this is going to get the same planter mix. Again, the ratio is 5 buckets of sand, 5 gallon buckets of sand, 4 buckets of peat moss, 2 buckets of pumice, and 1 bucket of perlite. Alright guys, so update on the project. Continuing to fill this up with sand or sand mix. That's starting to fill up. It's just about done. And I have to go get more sand. Got a bunch of pumice left, but no more sand. But I'm also doing another 6-foot garden bed, making it out of redwood. So I got some redwood fence posts or fence planks that are 6 foot long. Got a redwood post. This wood cost me $75. So I could have got a metal one from Epic Gardening, same size, for about $250. But I decided to go with redwood. So just to show you guys where I'm at with everything. Let's go check it out. Right, so those are the tall planters that I got from Epic Gardening, which are awesome. Really holding up to the weight too. They're not blowing out at all. Freaking awesome. This one's empty. This one I planted with carrots, onions, beans in the back, little cilantro in front, garlic in there. So keep you updated on that. But here we go. I'm getting ready to put my little 6-foot redwood planter bed in here. I'm going to run my PVC all the way across, put a T up so it looks like that, and run it out the back, so if I want to extend it or put it in another planter, I just hook onto it. But that's where I'm at with it. So because it's a shallow bed, I'm only doing about a foot high. I will dig up the grass. I'm not going to put any grass killer or anything, but I'm just going to dig up the grass and pull it out. But there's the lay of the land. So I'm going to keep going on this, and I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, so this is done. Took a lot of dirt, but it's going to look nice. Need some cactus planted in here. Probably throw some gravel on top, something nice, maybe a red rock or something. Got a few plants going already, but we'll fill this in with succulents and stuff. This is it. Got really sandy soil. Right, so it is May 3rd, and I've got my planters all put in. They're all filled up with our custom soil mix. Got them planted out. Planted these beans in the back there from seed a couple months ago. Some onions going, some cilantro, leeks, tomatillos. I think there's some garlic back there, but everything's doing well. Seems to really like the soil, and planters are looking good. Potatoes, more beans, some peppers. Got some corn. This is a 4x4 method. 4 feet by 4 feet. 64 corn in there. More peppers and tomatillos, tomatoes. These tomatillos came from the seeds I harvested from the store-bought tomatillos. There's a short video on my channel with that. But yeah, this thing's just going off. But yeah, the planters look really good. They're all planted in, and we actually got the drip system ran out. So we put a hose here and ran a separate line to the drip system in each of these planters. I think you can't really see it because all the vegetables, but here's the riser coming up, so I just need to hook up drip lines to that, and we ran that all the way across to a station that was over here, and tied it into another station. So there it is. There's the valve for the drip, the planter drip, and then there's a second line coming off for the hose. So turned out pretty cool. Nice project. And then I'll go show you the front. Alright, here's the front. Still planting stuff and kind of moving things around. Trying to figure out where things go best, but it's also looking really cool. We got a bunch of cactus planted in here. Everything's doing really well. There it is. Let me put a couple little small raised areas here. There's saguaro. Over there as well. So that's it, project complete. All we got to do now is have fun and plant things and watch them grow. There's a Joshua tree. Over and out.